human behavior expert, jury consultant, Susan Constantine. Susan, great to see you. I wanted to bring you in.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah, I wanted to bring you in tonight because there was a really significant witness that everyone has been talking about for days now. They were talking about it for months in the buildup to his testimony. It's the lead investigator. I believe if the jury trusts and believes him, Karen Reed will be convicted. I also believe if they don't believe him and mistrust him, they could very easily find reasonable doubt. So I think he's an incredibly crucial witness. So I wanted to play some pieces of his testimony and get your take on what you're seeing in that testimony, in the way that he's testifying. Let's take a listen.
You took possession of Mr. O'Keefe's cell phone, physically, correct?
Yes.
And you had access to Mr. O'Keefe's Ring account in that cell phone, is that right?
Correct.
You indicated that you reviewed several of the videos on his Ring app on his cell phone, is that right?
Yes.
So you obviously had not only possession of his cell phone, you had possession of his login account information to get into the app on his cell phone, is that right?
I don't believe we had the password. We had his email account associated with the Ring.
Which means
app.
some way or another, you could get access to the Ring videos.
Correct.
And watch those Ring videos on his app, on the phone.
Yes.
Which means you had full access to the app. You could keep videos, you could save for later, you could delete videos, you could do anything you wanted to within that app, correct?
Yes, those are the capabilities within that app.
Trooper Proctor, did you delete any of the Ring videos ever from John O'Keefe's phone?
Absolutely not.
Did you delete a video of Miss Reed arriving to One Meadows at approximately 12:41 a.m. on January 29th, 2022?
Absolutely not.
You will agree, Trooper Proctor, that the video of Miss Reed returning home from 34 Fairview at approximately 12:41 a.m. is not there.
Correct.
As the case officer, you're aware that Trooper DeChico also reviewed some or all of those videos, correct?
Yes.
And he did that at your request.
Correct.
He took notes of his review of those videos, correct?
Yes.
And you note that at 0041, which is a time relative to what DeChico was looking at on the Ring video, he indicated taillights from driveway, parentheses, I think she arrived home, in parentheses, correct?
Correct.
0041 is what? What's that in reference to?
Just after midnight, the approximate time where Miss Reed will be returning from Fairview Road.
Okay, it's clear the defense is accusing him of deleting crucial videos in all this. What are you seeing?
So what I'm looking for is his baseline when he's answering these questions. The first two questions I'm watching to see if there's some rapid eye blinking to increase cognitive load. I did not see that. Where it started to fall apart, Vinny, when he was talking about that he had access to that app. When he was answering that question, you see a shift in his facial expressions, his demeanor. That's where he swallows. He has more of the eye closures, slight eye blinking, licking of the lips. All of these are more fear responses. And also I noted at one point where there was like a held breath before it came out. That's also a fear response. He also says absolutely not. That doesn't mean no. That just means he doesn't agree.
Okay, let's get to our next one. His connection to the Alberts and the McCabe's, two families that are connected to what was happening in the house that night. Is he or is he not connected to them? Let's take a listen.
I did not know the McCabe's. I don't know most of the Alberts, and I have little to no relationship with Chris and Julie.
That was a lie, wasn't it?
No, absolutely not.
You stand by that testimony?
Yes.
That you don't know at the time that you testified, that you didn't know the Alberts or any members of the Albert family?
They don't have relationships with them.
Okay. My question is, you keep going back to relationships. I'm asking you, did you testify that you didn't know them?
Objection.
I'll let him have it. Do you understand the question, Trooper?
I knew Chris, Julie, and Colin.
10 days before Mr. O'Keefe's death, you were texting with your sister about whether Julie Albert might be available to babysit for your own son, correct?
Yes.
So in fact, your relationship with the Alberts was close enough that you would consider leaving your own child in the hands of Julie Albert as a babysitter, as a caregiver for your toddler, correct?
I wouldn't say close enough.
Okay, what do you think about this in describing his relationship with the Alberts and McCabe's?
Well, you know, he's distancing himself from the Alberts for a particular reason, right? We already know that. But when he's answering those questions, he says, and this has been in dispute, is that he had no relationship with them. So with what he's saying in his own mind, that means I don't know them because I don't have this close relationship. The other thing that I noticed that when he is speaking, especially when he's under fire, you can see these very deep horizontal lines in his forehead. These are stressors, right? I mean, he's under a tremendous amount of stress to answer these questions correctly because everybody is watching him. He shows these slight little exasperations after he makes a statement. You see his mouth kind of go in an exasperation. So when I'm looking at his overall demeanor, the things that bother me is that when he doesn't really answer the questions yes or no, they're kind of these very inconspicuous. It could be a yes or it could be a no. So it kind of bobbles around a little bit. So it's not firm enough for me to make the assessment that he is being truthful when he's saying yes or when he's saying no. It's ambiguous. So there's a reason for that, and I'm sure we're going to find out probably at this next clip.
Well, now let's talk about Colin Albert, who is the 17-year-old. There's a picture that defense brought out with him with bloody knuckles. They clearly are pointing a finger at him as being involved in something. But here he is talking about Colin Albert.
Isn't it true that in that report, you list the individuals that were at 34 Fairview as Brian, Mary Kent, Emily Fabiano, Sarah Levinson? Is that correct?
Yes.
What's the one name that was left out of your report on that list?
Objection.
I'll allow, was there one name left out? Break that down, Mr. Jackson.
Sure. Isn't it true that in your report, you excluded the one name, Colin Albert, from the list of individuals that were in your notes?
Yes, because he arrived later in the evening. The other females were there from the start.
Okay, how about that?
Yeah, so what I'm looking at is when he answers his questions with a very firm yes or no. You know, there's this punctuation when he says it. But the issue that I have, especially when he's answering the no, he's searching. He's like looking all the way up. He's going around. He's trying to pull these visual memories out. And then he goes, no. So was it that all of a sudden he was able to see all the people there and then he was firm on his answer no? But again, then he's questioned about this other person and that wasn't entered into the mix, right? So who was he actually seeing? I think if I were the state attorney, I'd want to see, well, who are you looking at? Who are you actually seeing? Because when we're looking at those eye movements are really important because it does tell you about how he's replaying the tape in his mind.
Susan Constantine giving us great insight. Thank you so much, Susan. We will do it again. Appreciate it. When we come back, we're going to bring in our trial insiders, plus coming up next hour.